again, coming with you with our new question. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Any comments on this? So let's start off with Fina.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you, Fina?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you managing now to relax a bit?
N- Now I'm bored. So I called my principal that from tomorrow I want to take classes. So he told
She got
okay,
bored, that's it.
yeah, he told okay, you can take classes like extra classes.
Okay. That's Vina for you. Okay. Um, well, it really kind of this topic kind of really fits and suits with you in a way. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So any comments of on this?
Like what my life is going on, it's like only play, no work. So I'm getting bored. it's, it's the other way. But
It's the
the
other way
question,
around.
yeah, the question is, it's a phrase, a proverb. Like if you don't do any work, you become bored. Just doing a simple work. Like if you are working, you will be bored in your life. Your life will be very bored. Or if you are just playing, then your life will be very bored. You need to match, mix and match everything. Like there should be work, there should be fun, there should be entertainment, there should be everything in your life.
Okay. Okay, very good. So what do you think um what do you think is the best thing to complement uh with uh, with work? What kind of play would complement very well?
Like if you are working 8 to 10 hours, you should take a break and just go for a movie, or just go for an outing, or just go for a dinner only. This might help you.
Okay, very good. And do you think if one were to say play for some time, I used to have this discussion before when they used to tell me it's good to have a break, but do you think there's such a thing as too long of a break that it deteriorates what you're doing at work?
Yeah, like for last 1 week, I didn't have any work. After completing my all work, I didn't have anything to do. I was either sleeping or
Hmm.
watching a web series or playing games. So this
Okay.
made me bored. Like, okay, now I need a change.
Okay. And you believe that it can be as well the other way around, where if you have too many things to do.
Like my colleagues are calling and telling they have lots of work to do, because they're in the school. They have to like take tests also, they have to check papers also, they have to prepare report card, they have to do everything. So they want a break, and they were telling me, wow, your life is so good, you are having a break. I told, you come and live my life, then you will say, you'll realize how boring is my life now.
Okay. And do you think it's possible that um, also all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? That all work and just no playing, not only does it not help you with work, but it makes you less of an interesting person.
Yeah, like physically also you become unfit.
That's
Me-
true.
Mental health also goes, like every time you are in a tension just to complete the work. So physically and
Yep.
mentally you need to relax and play.
Okay, very good. Okay. Um, Brilliant. So if I were to ask you about what form of play do you like to make Vina a very bright, interesting girl, what would what would these things be?
Due to my health issue, I'm not playing cricket, because I was a big fan of cricket.
Okay.
Then I skipped cricket. Now I'm only playing games on mobile phones.
Okay.
Either I'm
And
like
mhm.
PUBG, or there is a game called Candy Crush. I play that.
Oh yes.
I have just like I have reached level 2700 or 800 3 years back, and I left. Now I continued in this break, 7 days break.
Okay. And what do you, so what do you think these games are help you mentally and make you prepared and
Like
uh
like mentally
yeah.
they have you meet lots of people in that online games, and
Mhm.
you interact with them, you come to know many people. Like from India also there are people, and outside India there are people. I have made like 15 or 16 friends who are very good,
Wow.
and we have shared what's like numbers also. We interact with each other, and we are planning like a group of vacation with those friends.
Okay. So you've actually not only do they make you a more interesting person because mentally they're helping you, but they're helping you as well socially because you're getting to integrate with different people and making friends.
Yes, like one of the friend, she's very matlab, every time when I'm depressed, I call her and I ask her, कि, okay, I'm not feeling well, I'm feeling bored, can you talk to me for half an hour? She said, okay, okay, I'm free, you can talk to me. So we just talk on the phone and we just relax. So I got a friend, like a very good friend from PUBG.
Okay, fantastic. That's amazing. That's genuinely amazing. Like I wouldn't think of I got a friend from PUBG. I mean, usually I would think I have a stalker.
No, stalkers were there, but you have to just
Know who's stalking and
who is
who's not.
stalking you and who is a friend.
Fantastic. Oh, I love this story. Brilliant. And what is your recommendation to people? So after hearing this proverb, this saying, what is, how would you explain it to your students? How would you give this advice to your students?
Like I always tell my student, you don't have to study 24/7. You just study 2 or 3 hours. That is more than enough for you. And you have to play at least 2 hours a day, not on the phone, but outside. Either you play football, cricket, anything. And if
Hmm.
you want to play on the phone, you will get only half an hour. Like I tell every parent, give your child a phone. Just be there and just see what they are seeing for half an hour only, because it is also very important. Like lot of the topics are there, I tell them, okay, okay, today you have to google this and you have to learn the meaning, and then you have to come tomorrow. So they google and they learn and they come.
Very good. Excellent. Well done, Vina.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to Kushbu.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Kushbu. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, so Kushbu, we've got our saying today that is all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yes, ma'am. I
And
think it's a proverb. It suit on kids or maybe children or on us also.
mhm,
Actually, it's very necessary to play. Children are made to study their lessons continuously nowadays, but they got good marks, but make it's students nowadays the students like a bookworm with no social abilities, no exercise, nothing, only doing online classes and playing all the gadgets. I think this is not good. This is it's suitable for
so,
days due to online
okay,
classes.
okay. So you're thinking, these kids are constantly online and then they're playing online, so it's not good.
Yes.
Okay, but what do you think about the saying itself? All the work and no play makes you dull. What do you think about the saying itself?
Ma'am, I think our mind becomes weaker nowadays, and children have also become weaker. Minds are not working actually. I think all time they are playing with the laptop and mobile and web series and kind of what Candy Crush game, all the things, kids. So I think, ma'am, it's not good.
Okay. Exactly. It makes you dull. How do you think? What do you think will be affected? How do you think you'll become dull?
I think we are actually adult. It's not affect on me or maybe or another person. It's affects on only children or kids who are doing
Okay.
online classes and or playing with the all the things, web series, watching all the web series. And I think, ma'am, every student are doing same nowadays. Not also, ma'am, parents are not practical. They are thinking my kids are getting good marks. It's good, but I think, ma'am, it's not good physically and mentally. They are going to day by days weaker.
Okay. Okay. So my question to you is mainly okay because we're talking about kids here and we're talking about them studying online and then playing online, so that's not good for their mental health, it's not good for their brain, for their personalities. But you told me it's mostly to do with the kids.
Yes, actually, I don't have time to play and watching TV. I have only workload and and doing online classes with you and my kids also, and doing all the household works and homeworks also. It's not for my kids. All homeworks are for me.
But yes, but you see, this is my point. Don't you think that all work and no play is going to affect you mentally?
Yes,
So you do understand that it can affect you mentally and make
yes,
you
ma'am.
make make you dull, as in because it affects your mental state, so it drains you.
Yes, it's affects, ma'am, physically and mentally, both parents and kids. I think, ma'am, when we will do exercise and do other works, then we will save mentally or physically. And, ma'am, you have to play like at least 2 to 3 hours to kids. Play 2 to 3 hours and then you will study. It's good for you and it's good for your mental or mentally or physically, or for also for body, ma'am. Kids are going to be very lazy nowadays. Mobile or laptop, and I am very frustrated with this. I'm also I am very upset with my kids also. Why you are using mobile phone all the time? It's not good for you. Please don't touch others' mobile phone. Like family members' mobile phone also, he will take and start playing all the time. And then I am busy with my kids and household works. Then I will force him to play. Stop using that mobile. Please, you will play and you will do another like coloring or maybe something other works.
Okay, so you get him to color. So like Vina said, mobiles are limited because they're all the time in front of the phone and working on the phone. You don't want them to also play on the phone that much, so you get him to do coloring and other
Yes,
things that take him away.
yes, ma'am. I saw all the kids in the market or maybe in the home also. Many friends are also using kids using glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 years, 4 years, kids are using glasses when they will study, when they have to study or something. Then I think it's not good for him also. They are very younger and they are using glasses, spectacles. Actually, it's not good for eyes or brain also.
Okay, very good. And what do you think is good for you? Because I mean, Chikushbu, saying something like, it's for the kids, it's not for us, is a bit worrying. You need to take care of yourself, Kushbu. So what can you do not to become poor old Jack and become dull?
Actually, I'm not using all the time my cell phone or not
Mm-hmm.
using laptop, mobile phone also, and not watching TV all the time. When I have time, then I do my works, which is very important for us. And I will use my all the time to my kids to handle with like care. So I
Okay.
think I do all the exercises and yoga, and I drink water and all the like fruits for my good health. And I want to live very happy with mentally and physically.
Good.
So I think it's good for us.
Okay, very good. And do you think it's the other way around as well? That maybe if you play for too long or have fun for too long, you, okay, maybe you won't be dull, but it affects your work rate.
Yes, ma'am. When I feel very dull, then I want to do. Then I will do, ma'am, exercise, or maybe I will drink more water for my
Mm-hmm.
health. When I feel very dull, then I go for exercise or maybe jogging with my kids also. And when sometimes I have headache, so I think don't use mobile phone or laptop more. It's not good for us all the time using like gadgets or laptop. So I think, ma'am, if we want to live very good for future and
Mm-hmm.
want to live longer, so do all the exercises, or with kids also go for jogging, take fruits and vegetables a lot in diet.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Well done, Kushbu.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, Yuraj,
Good evening, ma'am.
good evening. Is it just you or is there your dad as well?
Ma'am, we both are here.
Brilliant. Okay, so I'll start off with you then, Yuraj. What do you think about all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's right because no works makes no like all works and no play makes us lazy. It makes us lazy. No doubt in it.
Makes us lazy. Okay. How does all work and no play make us lazy? Can you explain to me? Because if we're working, aren't we, being very good workers, not being lazy?
Yes, ma'am. Because when you do the same thing like working, and only working, then you will be bored. And when
Mm-hmm.
you will be bored, you feel not to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Very good. You feel like you don't want to do anything because you've been working so hard and you've drained yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how do you make sure that you don't become a dull boy? What do you do?
I go to play, and obviously I don't have lots of pressure of work,
Mm-hmm.
like just homework and studies and
Mm-hmm.
nothing else.
Okay. So you don't have lots of pressure. Okay, I understand that. But homework and studies, you can always, I know children who study all the time. Do you think that's good?
No, ma'am, that's not good.
So what do you
Studying
think
all
these
the time.
children should be doing?
Ma'am, these children should not to study all the time. They should study just in their proper routine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, today I have to study 2 to 3 hours and 4 to 5 hours, just only this, not all the time, because after that they will be bored.
Okay, very good.
They will be, ma'am, unable to understand anything in their studies.
Okay. Um, and what kind of playing do you think should they play on their phone? What kind of playing should they do? What is good for them mentally and physically?
Ma'am, physically playing is good for them.
Physical exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And what if I told you all play and no work makes you dull. Would you agree as well?
All play and no work. Yes, ma'am. This will
Okay,
also make you dull
why?
because only playing, it makes you bored.
It gets you bored as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if you were to give me like good ideas of what should I do if I'm all the time working, okay? So if I'm all the time working, what should I do? To me now, to me.
Ma'am, you should do that thing which you like the most.
Okay, okay. And what kind of things? Can you give me some examples of things that I should do that will be beneficial for me, will be good for me?
Yes, like playing indoor games and outdoor games. If you like that, then you should do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is reading a book? Do you think reading a book is good?
Yes, ma'am, to refresh our mind. And like if you are very bored from your work, then you should do that also.
Okay. Okay, very good. And how long do you think I should spend?
Like if you are spending 5 hours on your work, then you should spend uh still 30 minutes in your games. Still
At least
just
30 minutes, just 30
yes,
minutes. So I
yes,
shouldn't spend another 5 hours playing.
yes, ma'am.
I shouldn't spend 5 hours playing.
Ma'am, you should, but I am saying at least you should play 30 minutes.
Okay, okay. Just at least 30 minutes. Okay. Thank you very much, Yuraj. I'll move on to your dad now.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So this question is to you. So all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. What do you think about this?
Definitely, ma'am. If someone who is working all the time as a boy in his childhood, definitely he will be bored. And for his refreshment and for his mental happiness, he definitely deserves to play. But if we don't allow to play such boys to not only inside at home, he can also play indoor games, and outside he can also play outdoor games. But if we don't allow them to play, definitely he will lose his mental and physical health, and he will not be developed according to our wish and choice, and it will definitely harm him in coming future. According to uh, according to our expectation, he will not grow, and he will not be succeed as per our expectation, ma'am.
Okay, he will not succeed to your expectations. Okay, you've taken it quite makes Jack a dull boy. You've taken it quite within a children environment, a child's case. What about within your case from the point of view of an adult? What do you think? What do you think about all work for an adult makes us dull? What do you think about that?
Only relying on our work and only work. If we are completely engaged in working only, and if we don't prefer or we don't give time for playing, and playing is not necessary, but we can also go for jogging, walking early in the morning, and it is also a part of game. And we are not going in such kind of activities, then definitely in coming days we are going to lose our physical and mental health, and we will be definitely become ill, and it will be not beneficial for us at any in any case, ma'am. It will be harmful for us,
Okay.
and we should to prefer if we are not able to play according to our age, but we can go for walking, we can go for jogging, and we can also play some games, indoor games, like we can play chess, and chess is also a very good game for and it is played with uh, mental ability, and it helps to improve our mental ability, and such kind of games that helps to improve our mental ability. We can also play at our home, ma'am, also, and we
Okay.
should choose to play such games according to our choice.
I understand. So it's not just this advice about all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It's not just related towards and aimed towards children. It's also aimed towards us.
Yes,
And we
ma'am.
should take the time out to, and like you said, it's not online games, even it's just, you know, an outdoor game or an indoor game like chess.
No,
Some,
no, ma'am. In this uh, technical age, we are just going to attached with only on a smartphone. It is not good in any way, and we should not be addicted to smartphones because it kills everything. And we should to know that there should be a limit of anything, and smartphone is mandatory for us, and we should keep it, but we should not use it all the time for all the purpose, ma'am.
I agree. I agree. So we must set ourselves with some limits. My question to you is something that I asked your son as well. Let's say I work for 5 hours. How long my break be? Because if I take 5 hours of break, then I won't feel like going back to work again. Or what do you think?
Yes, ma'am. Beg me pardon, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. So how long do you think my break should be?
uh, it should be at least 1 to 2 hours, ma'am, for work for break, ma'am. At least 1 to 2 hours from our working. We need
Working
to,
day.
yes, ma'am, working hours should not be uh, very long, and there should be some break between our working time, and for mental and physical relaxment we need to do different kind of things. We can as an adult we can choose to listen music, we can choose to take some rest, we can go to I will say that we can go for entertainment, ma'am, in working hours too, and we should give time for that, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic. All right, thank you very much. Thank you all. I believe now it's time for your second part of the session. So I will leave you all and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much and I hope you all have a good night. Thank you
Thank you, ma'am.
guys.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am. Bye-bye.
you.